They call me Dogface. Hi, it's just me. This is the story of why I am called Dogface. No one actually knows my real name. As long as I can remember, I grew up being called Dogface. No one remembers who called me this first. Can you imagine my parents' surprise when they saw me for the first time? I am sure my mother cried and my father wondered whose side of the family did I take after. It certainly was not his. I could hear him scream. He always thought his brother was but ugly. Dad's words, not mine. But for sure, I did not take after him. I'm sure it's the reason I am an only child. My parents were so afraid after having me that another child would look like me or maybe even worse, so they didn't want to take any more chances. Lucky for me, because I am not sure I would have taken my different looks quite as well as I have. At first, growing up, I thought it was a game. Ever since I was born, my parents called me Dogface. I didn't think anything was unusual when they joked and wrinkled up their noses and made strange sounds like a dog growling or barking at me. It was a funny joke to me as a youngster, one that my family shared. It was a fun time. I had a happy childhood, thinking everyone and everything was the same. When other people stopped and stared at me, my parents first always laughed and said, "Dogface," with a smile. That somehow always answered people's puzzled looks and questions. Then we laughed at them and went on our way. I never paid any more attention to the strange looks from others. Until school. Then I noticed no one looked or sounded like me. When someone would look funny at me and wanted to say something about my looks, I would immediately say Dogface first, just like my parents did, and that seemed to answer their question. Eventually, everyone just called me Dogface. But never did anyone ask me, "What is your real name?" The name on your birth certificate. I sometimes forgot I had a real name. My parents knew my real name, I knew my real name, but we never used it. It just wasn't said. My parents were never in the military, but sometimes people would say, "Were your parents in the Army?" Because there was a special division in the United States Army, and the name comes from the song "The Dog-Faced Soldier." I'd never heard of that. As if that song or the military had anything to do with the way my face looked. Like, really? Even when kids called me names, I never got angry. It's just the way I looked. I couldn't help it. Yes, it's true, I made barking and growling sounds like dogs at the mean kids who made up mean names for me. I actually became very good at growling and barking because people would guess what dog I sounded like on a particular day. One day a German Shepherd, one day a poodle, and the next, who knows? Or how about a Chihuahua barking at someone at the door? All these barks are different, like the dogs are different. I loved listening to them and trying to sound just like them. A different day, a different bark. I got so good at the barks and looks that no one ever asked me what I was going to be for Halloween. The answer was always the same. A dog, of course. But which one? I never knew until that morning. I loved to howl at the moon. Everyone knew it was just me. Did you know that a wolf is also a dog? That was my life until I became a teenager, when I took control of my looks and my life. People won't remember me because I am so cute, like most little children, so now they will remember me because I am unique. I'm proud to be one of a kind, because I do not look or act like everyone else. I decided my pedigree. I am a purebred. But am I a girl or a boy? Everyone wanted to know. You decide, what do you think I am? Some say a girl, some say a boy, and then some would ask me. I would say, well, you can't look at a dog's face and tell if it's a girl or a boy. So I never answered them. I just walked away laughing at their expression. I'm happy to let them think what they always thought. It was not important to me, but of course I know what I am. So now that I am older, I do know that sticks and stones will break my bones and names do hurt me. And now I can change my face every day. So if I sound like a poodle, I look like a poodle. If I want to be a Chihuahua the next day, I can. Or how about a pit bull the following day? Why can't I look like the dog that I sound like? I can. I will. And so I did. Now, instead of people crossing the street because they were afraid of me, which they always did, and acted as if I would bite them, they always laughed and called me names from the opposite side of the street, while I stood there and growled at them like a bull mastiff. Now, when they cross the street coming towards me, they say, "Wow, your makeup looks great. How do you do that?" I always tell them the truth, with makeup of course, but I do leave out, "This is what I actually look like." They say, "You look and sound like a dachshund," or whatever dog face I put on that morning. It's a new and fun game, and now people actually get it. I don't bite. People now give me advice about my dog face. Your ears should be smaller or larger or more pointed. Your eyes should droop more to look like a beagle's. People are much nicer now, and they are so much funnier, using their fingers to point at their eyes or ears, and their expressions are priceless. If they only knew what they looked like while making their dog faces. Now, it does take longer to put my makeup on this morning. Before, I used makeup to hide my dog face. Now I work harder to bring out the fact that I love looking and sounding like a dog. Now people ask me to help them look and bark just like me, only their favorite pet dog for no reason, just to go somewhere and look and sound different from the rest of the pack. And for Halloween, there are now a lot more dog faces running around on Halloween night. Some actually run around on all fours. As if. So now I actually get paid to help people look just like me. They say, "I love Rotties, I want to look and I want to sound as fierce as a Rottweiler." Now people are talking and telling other people good things about the dog face person. I'm proud to say that's me, that I can actually help them look and sound just like their favorite dog. Business is booming. So as you can see, I took a bad situation and turned it around. Now I am happy and anxious to get up every morning, to put on my makeup just so I can see what people will say. And of course, when they say, "What a great idea my face painting business is," I don't mind being the topic of conversation or the brunt of their jokes, because now the joke is on them. You see, through my face painting business, I've saved enough money to do what I am really passionate about. I think I will open a dog shelter to help homeless puppies find a new life like I did. I will call it Dog Faces, and I will wear makeup to work every day so I can fit with every dog and make them feel happy too. And my dog face will be openly accepted every day. And I will be doing what I love every day in my dog face. Oh, by the way, my parents named me Stevie Lee. Am I a boy or a girl? Go figure.